Welcome to Hoovie's Garage, the dumbest automotive channel in all of YouTube, and I really need to pinch myself right now because this is my 300SL Gullwing, my ultimate dream car, and when we last saw it, it was in 1,000 pieces at the Mercedes Classic Center because it needed a lot of work because it had sat for a very long time. But Nate and his team, somehow in less than 7 days, have got this car sorted out and ready for a 1,000-mile road rally, which is where we are. I'm joining 30 other 300SLs on a 1,000-mile trek. From the Utah Rockies to the Colorado Canyons, on some of the most beautiful roads in the world. But my 70-year-old dream car and its sisters will face failures, blowouts, and damage on the ultimate shakedown cruise. Nate, you made it.
Hello, we made it. Here we are in Utah.
It looks beautiful, and there's Gullwing noises happening around us. This is
about, I think, 30 of them right now out here.
This is crazy.
Yep.
So there goes the Magic 8 Ball.
Yep. Our rough and ready mobile.
But we had, of course, a last-minute issue, right?
We had a last-minute addition. So we noticed that it was smoking a lot at one point, sort of in our test drives. And so we thought, oh no, valve seals, we kind of thought about that. But then we looked inside the brake booster, and sure enough, there was actually brake fluid being sucked inside the engine through this tube. So because this is connected to engine vacuum and connected to the brake booster, we had a huge puddle of brake fluid in there. So we were able to rebuild the brake booster. This is the brake reservoir.
Yeah.
And we noticed that it was sucking it down slowly. So thankfully we found that before you hit the road.
Yeah, 1,000 miles, I would have sucked down all my brake fluid and been smoking everybody out.
Exactly. So brake booster's fully rebuilt, brakes are on. It's actually running really, really great.
I do have one criticism though.
Yes.
Where is my beautiful cassette deck?
You know, I couldn't stand it anymore.
Really?
It was digging a hole in my head.
I brought all my favorite cassette tapes from Goodwill, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's all right. And then the rubber mats, I guess the Gullwings only had rubber down there, huh?
Yeah, so that's correct for a Gullwing. A lot of people put carpet in. And these are actually much better if you've got a lot of sand and dirt on a rally like this. It's easy just to clean it out. So yeah, we've got everything on here. We've got our nice, beautiful painted wheels.
Yeah.
So those weren't finished the last time you were here, but we got those painted. And we only did about 20 miles of road testing before we left Long Beach. So you're the guinea pig.
Right. 20 miles down.
1,000 more to go.
Yeah, just 1,000 miles in a car with no testing. I mean,
what could possibly go wrong?
No, it should be fine. And I have a great navigator. Oh yeah. Hi, co-driver. That's cheating. You're supposed to use the book, not Google Maps. All right. Off we go. We just follow the Magic 8 Ball. 1,000 miles in a 70-year-old hoopty. You ready?
Kind of. I'm studying directions.
I feel like the luckiest guy in the world right now. In my Gullwing, on a 1,000-mile road trip, supermodel in the passenger seat. Doesn't get any better than this. Hopefully we don't end up on the side of the road, but this is a pretty good shakedown, and considering I have Nate and the Classic Center with me, if there's any issues, I can sort of relax and just have fun. Uh-oh, the Magic 8 Ball's down!
Sorry, man.
Oh man.
So last time I'm allowed to drive one.
But I should say, this one's awaiting restoration at the Classic Center.
That's the waiting restoration, but we put new tires on it before the rally.
road because this morning they said there's a section of road really, really bad.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
wow, this is
And
really
we were like,
bad.
what's the road? What's the road? Wasn't.
It's 3 guys and a girl. We're very capable of changing a tire. We're just a little scared because these jacks are very sketch because they go into this hole and then it jacks the car up. So we're just waiting for Nate, who has a floor jack, to do this a lot better so we don't screw up this car if it were to slip off or something like that. Plus, I think Nate's bored. He needs something to do, right? We're in. rescue wagon. I gotta say hi though to Otto. Hi Otto. Otto the Longbow on Instagram.
Hello, sir.
Dang, look at this setup.
Yeah, this is our home away from home.
Wow. Yeah, we thought about using the factory jacks, but
They're a little sketchy. So we like to use the hydraulic jacks, a little safer.
we have issues. About 300 miles in after making fun of Michael, this thing is down on power, like it's down a cylinder or a clogged fuel filter. I'm not sure which one, but she's not happy. Come on. Okay. It's okay until about 3,500 RPM. Just completely runs out of go. Right there. I can still drive, but it'll probably get worse. The other thing, my shifter falls in. It's falling in. I don't know what's causing that, but it's a thing. Otto to the rescue again.
There he is.
Hi.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like the bottom bushing there kind of gave way. We can remedy that, I think.
They did replace all of my shifter bushings except for the one that has failed. It just ran out of time. And now it's happening right now. So this is what you need?
That's it. Two bushings.
The first time it happened, it was a little scary.
A little freaky, right?
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, my shifter just disappeared.
That's how it came out?
That's how it came out.
Bummer.
It should look like that.
That's the easy
Yeah.
one to put on, right?
The top one's the easy one. The bottom one has to go underneath here.
Okay.
And that's why when it goes, the shifter falls through the floor because there's nothing to hold it. And it literally was sitting on top of the drive shaft.
So why did you need hot water? Yes, Otto.
So I'm gonna stretch the bushing over this shaft by heating it up slightly and make it malleable enough to get underneath. So
Okay. What are you mad at? What?
Mad at the car.
Oh.
it's a little softer now. And we can stretch it over that.
Look at that.
And now we have
Roadside assistance.
a fresh shift bushing.
Well, one problem solved, but the other one's a little
Check
scarier.
we'll look at the fuel, just see how it's going. I've also had it where the distributor loosened up a little bit and it would turn, and you'd start to lose timing, which would affect your power, obviously.
Well, Mike said to run the fuel pump when you're having
Yep.
some starvation problems.
Yeah,
like if
run
you're
the fuel pump, that helps. And then also, like if it's hot or you're in stop and go traffic, that's where you want to start running the fuel pump.
You wouldn't be very good at poker.
There's no place to put your tools on a 300 SL, so we've had to bring our own. We're just gonna check and just see what the plugs look like and see if we're running a little bit lean. This will tell us a lot pretty quick.
So if I have squeaky clean, pretty spark plugs,
Then we're running along the leaner side. Yeah, look how
yeah.
it's like quite lean. So
Bummer.
that's a good thing.
Okay.
It's better than being like overly wet and saturated.
Like a dead cylinder or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
So my guess is we're just breaking up because we're a little bit low on fuel.
Well, it started to act up when I filled up with the 91 octane at the gas station in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
But it did seem like it was a little leaned out
Yeah, it
at
seems
high
to
speed
be.
anyway.
Yeah, so I would say let's do this. Let's just get to the hotel. That's the main thing.
Okay.
So let's just see how it runs over the next, we've got another hour basically until we're back to the hotel. And then if we need to do a pump adjustment, we can do that.
Now I'm gonna need every dollar I can for the looming bill on this 300 SL, so the other day I actually started canceling subscriptions. One annoying example was my motor trim payment, which was still pulling $5 a month even though the streaming service disappeared months ago, so no website to log into. It was such a pain to figure out. And if you're in the same boat, you're wanting to save a few bucks and more easily get rid of all the extra subscriptions that you're not using, Rocket Money, the sponsor of today's video, is here to help. Rocket Money is an all-in-one personal finance app that helps you cancel subscriptions, lower bills, and manage your money better. I love that Rocket Money identifies all of your subscriptions just by linking your bank account, and from there, you can select the ones you don't want anymore, and they may be able to help you cancel them in just a few taps. They are also able to scan your bills to find savings, such as your cable or internet or phone bills, by letting the app's negotiators go to work to secure you the best possible rate. Rocket Money has helped its customers save up to $740 a year when you use all the app premium features. They've also helped customers save over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. You can also set customized budgets in seconds, avoid overdraft and late fees, and have tools to help you reach your saving goals faster. To try Rocket Money out today and unlock features with premium, click the link in the description or click the QR code on the screen. Whoa, there's your tube failure, huh? A blowout.
I just want to redeem myself. It's not like it wasn't my driving, it was actually a tube failure. It was
Okay, getting into Gateway Canyon, it is absolutely stunning, but this thing, if I floor it and then engage the fuel pump, that does help things, but it's definitely fallen on its face a little bit. Still, it's doing pretty good. For a car that sat for over a decade, there's gonna be a few kinks to work out. The shifter though, that is night and day. Having that bushing there, it feels so much better. But we'll see if Nate can solve the fueling issues, because it's, that's foot to the floor, that's all she's got. Hit the afterburner, and it sometimes wakes it up, but yeah, he's not happy. Coming into a dimly lit SL on auto and an 8. So remember, this injection pump is mounted in a really awkward spot since this engine is slanted. And we got to dial it up, get more fuel, since it's now drinking box wine instead of the nice Dom Perignon that it had at the Classic Center.
We want to get a little more fuel flow here. So we're going to go this route.
We're gonna see if that helps it.
Yeah, I think that'll make a difference. We're going to be a little richer, but that should help with the overall running. And we want to see the spark plugs tomorrow with a nice brown hue to them, and then we know we're in the ballpark. So
Brown is good. Fingers crossed for day 2. Thanks, Nate.
anytime.
Starting off day 2, much better than the first day as far as the thing running. Fantastic. And we're in one of the most beautiful places in the country, Gateway Canyon. I couldn't be happier right now. Unfortunately though, We fixed one issue and a new one's popped up. I noticed this morning there was a pretty good puddle on the ground right in the front right, and it looks like I'm being passed by a Subaru, but also it looks like I have an oil cooler leak. It is making quite a mess under there, but nothing getting close to the exhaust or anything like that. So I'm driving it to lunch and then hopefully it can be fixed there, but I think it's the easiest fix in the world. We have an oil leak. It's been a lot worse than that. It's like it's coming right off of this when it's running, just kind of pouring down the front of the oil cooler. World's easiest oil leak?
Yeah, this one might be super easy. It looks like they just used the wrong seal rings. So these are supposed to be aluminum and somebody put fiber ones in there.
Oh.
So that might be the easiest fix of the day.
In the last video in the comments we saw your nickname. I think it's gonna stick.
Which is?
Gull Wizard.
The Gull Wizard. It's got a nice little ring to it.
Or yeah, you have your Gull Wizard removed, you know, it sounds like something like a
my gizzard or my Gull Wizard.
like an unnecessary organ.
Surgery.
Right.
Yeah, when did you have your Gull Wizard taken out? Well, it was about 6 months ago.
So how much did I use and or lose?
Well, we lost probably about half a quart over there, I would say, over the period. So we're gonna add a little bit more. The nice part too is a little bit more oil helps with the dilution, obviously, because the ratio gets less and less.
Oh, Otto sees a poodle. It's okay, it's just a poodle. It's okay.
We call that the Jekyll and Hyde. Like, they turn real fast.
about 100 miles since the Gull Wizard fixed my oil leak, and it's fine. We did a fuel stop. I think at this moment we have 0 issues for the first time, maybe ever. Unfortunately though, that means the other car is having problems. Of course, the Magic 8 Ball, something has gone really wrong, so we're actually turning around to go back to see what's happening. This is still way less failures than the Countach rally I did years ago, where it seemed like half the Countaches failed in 200 miles, the whole distance of it. With this, we're already 740 miles into this. The 8 Ball is down.
I'm not saying that we have a technical difficulty.
It might be down a cylinder.
Yeah.
A section of the point's missing.
It's not. The points are missing. Like,
How does
it broke off?
How does that happen? They just fall off?
No, what happens is that if you look at this bend right here,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
the metal's pretty thin. And then this starts to go away and the rubbing block moves and the rest of it fatigues.
It's
and
just
like
pummels
breaks.
it to death. Yeah.
nice part. When you're all done, you can put your door up. April, you gotta flap your Gullwing.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. Let the breeze go through. This is so nice. And the 8-ball's working again, for now. Well, I thought I'd have another look-see at the oil cooler, and it looks like it's much worse, unfortunately. It's just completely coated with oil, spraying here, spraying the hood, soaking, oh geez, soaking this. So something isn't right. I have alerted Nate that it looks like it's going to be another night of wrenching, but I thought I'd give you a more nerdy tour of the 300 SL in the meantime, because the first time I gave you a tour of this car was the first time that I had seen it, so I was just losing my mind inside. But really, it is the most analog, amazing machine built. I mean, looks aside, it is just a marvel of engineering. And you can see the tubular chassis going around here, around the engine, which is why it has these deep sills, because this was originally a race car. Eventually started making production versions, but things like, look at the door handle. See that little cutout there? Well, when you hop in and close the door, and you want to lock it, see how analog this thing is. This goes down, puts the rod into the door, it doesn't move. The most analog lock ever. The windows do not roll down, obviously, but they are removable. So you twist this, and then you can pop the window out, which we don't need to do because the weather is so nice. And with these quarter windows, you get a lot of fresh air coming in. And these gauges are original. Yeah, now 770 miles on it since it came out of the Classic Center. And all these knobs, they have a purpose. So left side vents for the cowl as far as ventilation coming in, another way to get cool air inside. Then you have a choke, which you basically never use unless it's really cold. This turns on the instrument binnacle lights, but they're off because the car's off. This is for the parking side marker lights. So if you had the light on one click, then this would be right or left when you parked on a foggy road or whatever, mandated in Europe. This is for the headlights. This is for the fuel pump, which you need for fresh starts, or if it's vapor locking because of heat or whatever, this will help get fuel into the engine. Ignition key, the windshield wipers. This is the heater, and this is the passenger horn right here. Cigarette lighter. This I've completely forgotten what it does. Anyway, I'll get back to you on that. But this one also side vents for the cowling for the passenger. You can see all the exposed screws here, the bolts. So pretty. And the more I look at this car, I'm just astounded at how nice it is. Oh, one other thing, there's a little bit of that tubular chassis running underneath the car right here. Two mirrors, the rear view mounted on the dash and the side there. And this is your ashtray, because of course it's the 1950s. But the dome light also so analog. Look at this. How cool is that? There's all these little details that just make this thing absolutely magnificent. Oil spraying under the hood aside, I am falling more and more in love with this car every day. Well, Nate, you can't get rid of me.
No, but that's okay. We're into fixing things. You know, we have to have a purpose when we go on these events, and this is our purpose, is to fix things at night.
Late at night when you should be sleeping.
Otto should be asleep, and Albert should be asleep. But no, so we have it looks like our oil leak that we thought were the seal rings up here is likely a crack in the solder joint right here between the top tank, and this is a bleeder pipe. So we have a lot of oil coming out of this area over here.
You're taking it out?
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to basically bypass the cooler completely, and we're going to run a hose from this side to the return side.
Okay.
And that way we don't have to worry about this leaking anymore.
So what does the little line on top do?
That bleeds air and distributes oil back to the tank. So it just acts as an air bleed. So, you know, if we had the resources to take it all apart and do it, which is hours and hours of work, we would. But this is a simple solution. It's basically just a hose that's twice as long as the stock one, and that allows us to bypass the cooler completely. Some people actually run that hose all the time and don't even use the oil cooler if they live in a cold climate, because this thing is so efficient at cooling the oil down that it'll actually cause the oil not to ever get up to temperature properly.
See, I've never seen it over 150 as far as the temp, because it's never been over 70 here.
Right, running. Now, when you're running uphill with a load, it's kind of nice to have a little extra oil cooling capacity. If we were running, let's say, through the desert of California, I would say that wouldn't work because we would want to have that oil cooling capacity. But if anything, you will see it tomorrow. You should actually have a little more oil temperature, which wouldn't be a bad thing.
Okay.
So pretty easy fix.
A hoopty fix.
A hoopty fix.
This, I feel right at home.
A Band-Aid.
Yeah. Good morning, day 3. I'm the buggiest one, but also the puddliest one. But the Magic 8 Balls, it's a second place. I was walking through and looking at all the puddles, and I'm definitely the biggest leaker. No surprise. So we just did some beautiful scenics through the canyons. And one of the hard parts of 1950s technology is there's no idiot lights, for good and for worse. So I just did, what, 20 miles with my handbrake on.
Could
Yeah.
be worse. The wheel's still silver.
Remember how expensive these drums were? Oh no.
Brown?
No, I've taken the finish off this wheel.
Really?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh no.
Freshly painted wheels.
The silence is deafening right now. Very emotional. On the inside, I was keeping it on the inside. How mad are you? Like 1 to 10.
Back in fuel problems, I turn this off and I lose everything. It starts stumbling. So I needed to climb hills. This fuel pump is saving me right now. Still not doing great. We got to a lower altitude and it's hotter outside and it's just not happy. Climb! Come on! Come on! The problem is when I crest a hill, I have to turn the fuel pump off because then it massively overfuels. You smell gas and it's ticking because it's so much pressure. So I really have to be on and off this thing.
Yeah, I'm feeling tipsy. I'm on the move.
Oh, hello again.
Hello. We're making some improvements again.
Yeah, I think I just need a little bit more.
A little more juice.
Just need a lot more fuel pump.
Yeah.
And this is your fine zip tie job right here?
Yeah, that's from the other night, which, you know,
Oh.
we're not immune to having to put zip ties on things.
Wonderful.
But we've stopped our oil leak.
Yeah, there's not
Really
Really?
too much here.
there's not much leaking.
I checked the parking lot underneath from last night, and there's not a drip on the floor. So
Seriously.
yeah, this is our last day to make some adjustments at altitude.
It sounds like my engine's talking to me. Unfortunately, though, my wheel has not healed itself. Did you see my handiwork with the parking brake?
I did, yeah. I remember there was a guy that was saying, like, hey, make sure you don't leave the parking brake on. Wonder who that was. Oh, yeah, it was me.
We're on the final bit of the rally, 1,200 miles in, and it's taken that much to get this thing totally dialed in. That little extra fuel that Nate gave, just the ticket. I have more power, it hasn't sputtered once, but now we're stuck on this crazy switchback here that's more like ice road truckers than a road. Definitely not room for 2 cars side by side, but it is gorgeous. What a way to end things.
There he goes.
Otto, I don't want to get out. I don't want it to be done.
He doesn't want to be done either. Look at
He's
him.
ready to go.
He's ready to go for another 1,000 miles.
But it probably shouldn't go back to Kansas with me.
Not just yet.
The oil cooler, that needs to be fixed I feel like those coolant lines, if you just look at them the wrong way, they're going to blow.
A little crusty, yeah. So all the things that we couldn't get done in the time that we had, we'll probably knock that stuff out next. And,
Okay.
And it needs a good bath and
Yeah.
a little road cleanup. It's 1,000 miles of road grime. But what was your impressions overall?
It's as good as I remember the cars being. It's yeah.
They're
I mean,
amazing cars.
I'm-
They really are.
You know, you meet your heroes, and then there's amazing in person. It's yep. I made the right choice. I
You
think.
did. You made
Yeah.
the right choice, and you finished your first rally. So first of many, I'm sure.
All right. Well, I guess I'll be seeing you and Otto. Otto's doing some cleaning. Seeing them soon. Back at the Classic Center. But goodbye, 300 SL. I started calling her Broomhilda, which is a terrible name, but anyway,
See
thank
if
you
that
all.
sticks.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I do think that the Gull Wizard is going to stick. Sorry.
All right, I guess it's Gold Wizard as is.